Title: Gender Bender, Crushing the Old Norms, One Policy at a Time. TLDR. Breaking Barriers, 2021-22 has been an action-packed year of power moves from the White House. President Biden's Gender Policy Council, GPC, has been busy scribbling away a new story of equality and equity. They're writing new rules in the global diplomacy game and amplifying women's voices from every corner of the world. But, has this storm of change done enough? In 2021, the US said, enough of the old ways, and signed Executive Order 14,020, bringing in a new era of gender equality. The heavyweight behind this sweeping change? The newly formed Gender Policy Council, GPC, tasked with weaving threads of equality into US foreign policy. They're redefining the narrative, one win at a time. Virtual handshakes, globally televised awards, high-profile speeches, this new chapter of gender equality had a kickoff as dazzling as the Super Bowl halftime show. Starting with the first-ever virtual International Women of Courage, IWOC, ceremony, the US honored 15 bold and fearless women from around the globe. Posthumous tributes were also given to 7 Afghan women who gave it all for human rights. But can these high-profile accolades really rewrite the narrative for women and girls worldwide? One story that broke through the applause and sparkled brighter was of 16-year-old Muskan Khatun from Nepal. Being recognized as an Ewok awardee was just the start of her meteoric rise. This award helped her speed up new laws punishing acid attacks in Nepal, securing strong penalties for offenders, and changing the rules for survivors. Imagine, a teenager doing what bureaucrats couldn't. Inspiring, huh? Turning the spotlight back on the home ground, the GPC seized global moments to spotlight gender equality. VP Harris had everyone's eyes and ears during the Commission on the Status of Women, CSW, boldly stating, "The status of women is the status of democracy." Bold words indeed, but how much closer are we to seeing this promise materialize? These changes aren't just ink on paper. The US signed commitments at the Generation Equality Forum on issues like gender-based violence, GBV, sexual and reproductive health and rights, and economic rights and justice. But we have to ask, with all this pomp and fanfare, are we truly seeing a seismic shift in gender equity, or is it all just for show? Despite the monumental year of action, some critics are asking if enough has been done. Has the GPC done enough to weave equity and equality into the fabric of US foreign policy? Only time will tell if the Council's lofty aims translate into tangible change. Until then, we have to wonder, is the momentum behind this movement enough to really make a difference? Question time. Given the GPC's high-octane start, do you think the Council has done enough to shift the global narrative on gender equality, or is there still work to be done? Sound off in the comments below.